Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, man. Salakia, man. Answering back in a few texts. First and foremost, I want to say call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rahakadosh. Send double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there, preaching the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, in sincerity and truth. It's Brother Ariala. And, we start these lessons out, with double honors. That was a thing that became a thing after some time in Great Millstone. To show respect to who we actually learn from, show respect to the doctrine that we follow, and it's become a marker of those who come down that family tree, really, of Great Millstone. This scripture here is mentioned, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 17, and over time, because Great Millstone has grown, you have a lot of people who use that salutation and salute in the beginning of their videos, but they're not really, with Great Millstone. They just happen to watch the videos, and have built up knowledge and have started teaching, and they're enthusiastic for the word, and they start preaching. Okay. So right now, there was an order that was given out to basically the mindset of affiliate camps. The concept of it really kind of creates a lot of gray areas, and it's not that complicated. It's just not. This is not complicated. And when you got people that want to create complications and gray areas, usually that's where we'll find problems. That's where we'll find disease. And that's what's happened. You got guys who have created relationships with brothers that are in Great Millstone, or they so-called affiliates, and then either someone who's in Great Millstone is taking advantage because of the lack of communication, the lack of order, or vice versa. These quote unquote people who are associated or affiliated with Great Millstone are, gossiping, backbiters, sowing discord. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. That's why I titled that. Title is Double Honor or Double Agents. We shall see. Because I think the Most High is going through this is not the first time this has happened with Great Millstone, by the way. This is not the first time this has happened. I think people think that this is a new thing that has just happened. No. Actually, there was a time when brothers started first coming in. I remember, even during the time of, us coming in, people were coming in, and camps were popping up all across the United States, even internationally, and what you would have is you would have people saying, they followed the apostles, or then they were elders, but then they would come out with some weird false doctrine. And so there was so much activity on YouTube. Apostle Tahar put out an order for everybody to put GMS as a title. Okay. And I remember that going on, and started creating more structure as Great Millstone grew. And so now this is kind of another cleanup process, because we're not going to have brothers that's in the camp, in the churches, having to go and cross communicate with some guy, but we don't really talk to them, but we do talk to them. They don't have structure. They don't go out to camp really. They're not really consistently doing any type of work. The traditions that we've been taught as far as how to conduct class, how to raise brothers up on the next level, what to look for when you need to raise somebody up on the next level, maybe giving them another layer of responsibility with it in the camp, talking about that, how we do actually our tithe systems within the church, and dealing with the apostles, all these like little technicalities that are not necessarily done on camera. Now we're finding ourselves working with a person that's not in Great Millstone, but he's affiliated. Like, what is that? What is that? No, either you down or you're not. It's either double honors or what we doing here. So now we're just trying to clear that up, because everybody wants to talk about the time the Apostle Tahar said no new members. And I want to go over a few videos that I've been watching. Brothers have been doing videos, and Manat Zagba mentions it. I had his video pulled up somewhere. Yeah, he mentions it, because it wasn't like we were just completely not bringing in members. It was just that the vetting system turned up a notch, because whole ass niggas were getting the camp. And so the Apostle Tahar was really taking more of a jab at the leadership, at young brothers that are leading camps, to say, be more spiritual. We ain't just here to have friends. Just because they say Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah and double honors doesn't mean they need to be in the camp. Just because they come out there and listen doesn't mean they need to be in the camp. Upgrade the way that you process in this thing and be serious about it. Okay? So I'm going to read a couple of scriptures, and then I'm going to play a few clips from some of these videos. And Lord willing, we can continue to bring clarity and move on, because this is probably, we're not going to keep talking about this. The camp heads and the brothers that's in the States, we're going to be moving forward. All right. I'm starting off with this one. This 1 Timothy 5:17, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. All right. So either you believe this or not, and you're gonna move accordingly, or you're not. We're finding out. And that was within what this brother was talking about here. He said, brother was fired up. He said, stop giving double honors to GMS if you're not coming in order. Like what are you saying? He's like, I give double honors to Great Millstone, but I don't trust their leadership capabilities. I don't trust the systems that they put together. What what are we talking about, man? This is not complicated. This is not complicated.
And to angels and to men. You see that? So yeah, man, the apostles, they're here in the last days. Are they not? This is why a lot of you guys are giving double honors to the apostles. You see, so if the apostles are here in the last days, and you so-called claim that you believe in Yahweh Yahushai, right? Why not subject yourself under the men that you're learning from? Let's go ahead and grab it.
Well, that's an issue right there. They don't want to subject themselves. But we're finding it out, and some brothers are, and some are not. And it's no big deal. We don't give a shit. We're just doing what we need to do to make sure that we on point through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But I'm going to get to that point too, because Elder Manat Zagba talked about that as well. And when he said it, I about jumped out my seat, because I was in such high agreement with the statement.
Another scripture, man. I'm going to keep them rolling. This ain't going to be nothing deep, but the order was given. It was given.
Because it ain't deep. It don't need to go deep. This ain't complicated. Jake wants it to be complicated because they're full of shit. But we just sniff it out and keep moving.
It was given, and you individuals that are out there, man, you just... Sirach 3:24, many are deceived by their own vain opinion. I want to read this precept here, because a lot of you individuals, you think, well, you can do it the hell, I can do what I want to do, right? So there are a lot of people out there that are deceived by their own opinion. You said?
Yeah, a lot of people who are so-called affiliate, but they just been watching videos and they had the enthusiasm to go out and just start preaching and set their own thing up. But there's no structure, there's no standard, like the brother said in the comment board. You think you know what's going on, you think you understand it, but there's so many gaps and holes where it's not that you're dumb, it's just you are ignorant. You just don't know. You just don't know. And you have to be humble to recognize that. You have to be humble to know. Like, man, you know, I bet you there's a lot more to this that I don't know. And when you get around the apostles or the elders and start learning, I remember when we first met the apostles and elders, and to watch them operate and see how they move, it was life-changing. Completely changed my perspective of what we were even into when we first started GMS Dallas. This is back in 2007. So meeting the apostles and the elders and seeing the order of operation up completely changed. I'm like, oh wow. That's when I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. You can see, you saw the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua was moving on those men. It's not that you didn't feel it whenever you were watching videos and learning, but when you saw the order of operation, you were like, oh. And that's all this is about. It's a call to action for those who are really sincere about this thing and really are ready to move forward with the churches. Okay.
And an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. You see that? So all you individuals, I'm just gonna say it, man. All you individuals out there that don't want to listen to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, you better examine yourself, man. You do. You better examine yourself. You giving double honors, but yet you don't want to listen and come under the order. You know how long it took me? You know how long and all the shit that I had to go through to be a part of Great Millstone, man? See, Great Millstone is a vetting camp.
Yeah.
You have to be vetted in this thing, man.
Right. And so this is the school of the prophets, man. And so this ain't some just rinky dink. You think you own, you know, the Most High used the apostles and the elders to bring out this word and do what we're doing. But like we always say, when you read the scriptures, there's people out there teaching, but we don't read about them, do we? The letters to the churches were the letters to the churches. It wasn't to some random person that we don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, so we just got to be practical in the way that we think and operate and actually move forward. You know, you got people that are very immature. Okay, we're very immature, right? Like this guy, Yahar's Judah Israel. He like it's not that complicated. He wants it to be complicated because he's out of order, but it's not. It's really not that. What I'm saying is not that complicated. It's actually extremely simple, right? And straightforward, right? So it's just like the scripture says that Benyan Yasharallah he put Psalms 37 and 37, mark the perfect man and behold the upright. For the end of that man is peace, right? Another brother put Sirach 8 and 9, miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. There's aspects to reading and learning the scriptures that have to play out in life for you to get the understanding. And when you're around experienced men, you move faster and quicker. Okay. All right. Or you can just be stuck in the mud like some of these other guys that think that they know what they're talking about, but they don't. They just run in their mouth when they need to shut the hell up. We see it all the time. This is Romans chapter 12. Let's start at verse 6, and this is in the NLT. It says, in his grace, the Most High have given us different gifts for doing certain things well. So if the Most High have given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith as the Most High have given you. If your gift is serving others, serve them well. If you're a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is giving, give generously. If the Most High have given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously, right? And if you have a gift for for showing kindness to others, do it gladly. Okay? Don't just pretend to love others, really love them, hate what is wrong, hold tightly to what is good. So we all have different gifts and operations within this body, and we're being pushed and commissioned out to do it. Okay? Certain brothers have been given responsibilities for leadership, heads of camps, officers. With that comes responsibilities, and when watching over the flock, watching over what's going on, that's what we have to do here, man. And that's what's happening right now. You see a guy being able to call affiliate brothers and rack up money, and you see, oh, that the communication chain was broken. So these brothers were being manipulated unknowingly. Well, it's like, well, that's a hole in what we got going on. Let's tighten that up. Let's tighten that up. Let's make sure that let's reduce the likelihood of those type of things happening. Not saying that those things won't happen. But if we can go about a process to make sure that less defrauding is going on, less murmuring is going on, less backbiting is going on, less discord and gossiping is going on, let's go ahead and do those things to make sure that we're properly doing our duties that are given to us, to make sure that in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we can actually step forward and say, hey, man, we did what was commissioned. We did the best that we could, you know, as far as what was given to us. That's the whole point. Yep. First Thessalonians 5:12, it says, and we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord and admonish you. All right. And to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake and be at peace among yourselves. All right. And see, we don't see that with some guys. That's why I can, these type of things stir up the spirits in some people because they have an unruly spirit. But other brothers that's ready to do this thing, it doesn't do nothing but make you back straight and be wanting to operate and get in line and get in order. All right. If you actually believe that Yahweh Shem Yahushua set this thing up from the heavens, from before the earth was even created, then the processes that we're going through is not going to ruffle your feathers so much. You just know it's a part of the mission. Okay. You just know that it's a part of the mission, man. All right. This is not complicated. Either you got guys that want to be double agents. They double honors to the apostles and the elders. Okay. But then they in a WhatsApp chat talking down. They going to this camp and going to that camp, talking about, yeah, man, I know them, man. I be hearing about what they got going on. Boom, boom, boom. Double agents. All right. But they scream at double honors all the time. Fake felonious frauds, man. And the Most High is just cutting the grass right now. That's all. Just cutting the grass. That's all. All right. Let me help you out, big homie. Let me help you out. Here we go. Now, go make another account and figure it out. Fucking fake. The Most High gonna beat the brakes off a lot of these guys, man. Fucking assholes. Anyway, moving on. I want to play a little bit of this.
We don't need you. The affiliate order is mercy from the Lord. We don't need you.
Right. Just like the Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't need any of us. But as far as the what the elder is saying right here is we're not thirsty for new members. Which is like, we're not coming and say, do you want to be in Great Millstone, please? No. Hey, if you actually down for this, you need to report into this camp. You need to report in to the brothers and start to get your communication more on point. If you don't want to do that, bye. We don't have to talk to you ever again. We don't. We're not asking. We're getting in order. We're seeing who's in the church and who's not in the church. Those who are in the church, this is what we do. This is how we operate and move through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you're not in the church, hey, we're just going to continue to go and build the church. You do what you're going to do. Don't text, don't call, and brothers is going back and forth trying to be all friendly with you. We'll figure that out and deal with it. Nip that in the bud as well. Okay.
Okay. And this is just to certain individuals out there, right? There's an order went out recently that some of the affiliate brothers in certain areas all over the United States have been invited to potentially become members of GMS.
And invited might be too nice of a word. Because it's like if you talk nice to Jake, something in their brain doesn't register. But we come from a history of being so out of order that you try to be hey Shalom Mark, I'm from Great Millstone, Dallas, man. We're just reaching out. We see that you're doing your videos, you say double honors, but really the demeanor, sometimes that ain't gonna get it. You have to be direct and be like, hey, this is how we move. If you saying you Great Millstone and you double honors, this is how we move. All right, I got this chat. I'm gonna put you in this chat with this brother so you can make sure that you clear your class sessions on point and boom, 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 boom. Khan, okay, Khan, let's go. Let's get it done. But if there's this sentiment, like it's not like we're asking you, like we need, like please, no, not at all. Okay.
But we see that people don't understand the difference between an invitation and a request. This is an invitation. It's not a request. We don't need you. Nobody's asking you, can you please come join GMS? That's not what's going on. It's mercy from the Lord. Over the past few years, the doors of GMS have been closed to new members on a mass scale. Certain brothers came in during that time. You had a few brothers here that came in during that time where the doors were closed. And that just meant guys are going to be heavily scrutinized, right?
Bro, so that process was going on. You had guys that was on the other side for years. And you might give a brother the test as a test generally people take just to kind of assess what they know in the scriptures. And you feel the brother out, and you add him to the class, to the personal classes. You go on from there. But you got people who have been claiming double honors, teaching, but the lines of communication are not tight. Things be going on between the actual churches and them, and the communication is kind of off. So it's just like, okay, let's tighten all of that up. It's not that complicated. Hey, if you down, put GMS on your name, and get in order, so we can know who's who and what's what. But people who want to stay in that gray area pocket, okay, I know we ain't dealing with all that. People who want to stay in that shadowy, well, you can your ass over there. All right. Good luck.
And the Spirit will bring in new members as it desires. And even now, it's still happening. However, with the way that this affiliate order has been received from certain guys, we're hearing certain grumblings that dudes acting like, like you giving up something by joining GMS. No, you're going to gain something, but we're not trying to woo you.
Right.
We're not requesting you to join us. We're not asking you, can you please? You such a great team. We don't need you. Okay? We've been teaching the Bible just fine.
Right.
All this time.
Yeah, you see what the elder's saying, and that's the exact point right there. And like he said, things are gonna be, I guarantee you things are gonna be added. Because there's a lot that you probably don't know. Coming from the top. All the way down through the churches. All right. To the point to where Great Millstone has grown so big, we have to actually have brothers in the region make sure they're getting with the churches a few times out of the year to tighten things up and make sure. All right. So if we're doing all of that and then trying to, we got one brother talking to this guy, he says double honors, he ain't Great Millstone, but he is. What? What? That don't exist. Either you in or you out. And if it turns out some of the affiliate camp guys, they put GMS on their name, they turn out to be demons, okay, then they get kicked out. Happens. That's all throughout the scriptures. People coming in, these things happen.
The mass awakening of the Israelites came. We're at the very end. We're not at the beginning. We don't need you. We're not recruiting people. So just so you understand that. You hear certain statements. One guy we've heard about recently said that unless he's going to join GMS, unless they give him his own camp, he's not going to join. Well, fuck you. We don't need you.
my sentiment exactly. And then, and that goes to this video. This guy, Zakar Kassad, did a video because he was feeling some type of way about a WhatsApp chat that he was in with people who are quote unquote affiliated. And this has led to a lot of bullshit. And that's because there's a lot going on. All right. Even guys being moderators on brothers' channels and they ain't even in the church, which that needs to get cleaned up. But they got them demons on them, like your call from the former head in San Francisco, a war, just bugged out. Where they go to these guys, where they go to these brothers, and I know that brother. I talked to Apostle Carr. I know probably, he be drinking or Apostle Bar. I talked to him before. And then you got the young guy that's the affiliate in the chat, and they talking shit. Yahshua, Ariala, man, lying, misleading brothers. There was one part in this video where he said, they'll put a video up of I think maybe Elder Yahshua, but then a video up with the apostle saying they're not saying the same thing. No, dumbass. There's just more detail. Idiot. See, now I'm starting to get triggered. Just thinking about it. This is not complicated. The apostles came out. There was a video Apostle Gabar did saying, your affiliate camps put GMS on your name. Do you think Apostle Gabar is going to go through all the affiliate camps to verify and make sure? No, hello, that's our job. The younger brothers. But you don't know because you're not in communication with nobody because you're on the outside. If you was humble enough, you would have learned more. But you don't shut the fuck up. You just want to run your mouth in a chat. Well, now you've been identified. Kahala Yabashim Yahushua, man. Kahala Yabashim Yahushua. I'm happy this is going on. See, really, brothers don't want to deal with this BS. But it needs to be done. Needs to be done. We're coming into more serious times. All right. All right. So this is a Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12. It says, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord. And this is what you have these guys doing. That some, not all of the people, some people, because you had this going on with your call out there from San Francisco, heaping up disciples on his own, getting them into WhatsApp chats, talking down on everybody. Insinuating he King David being a weirdo, talking noise about brothers in Great Millstone. It's being a damn weirdo, man. We try to tell them But he had a demon on him. You know, it was for me disappointing to watch because at one time me and him were cool, real cool actually. So it's just annoying. And to see these guys pick up this BS, thinking that they learning true the way brothers are. No, you don't know the way brothers are. Just because you have a phone conversation. I was talking on the phone with this brother for hours, man. So? That don't mean you know everything and how everything is operating and going on and what the Spirit has told the apostles and the elders to do as far as making sure things are on point within the churches. Grow up or don't, right? Proverbs 16:28 says, a froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. And that's what's happened. You had this guy in this chat, apparently, basically putting it in the minds of young men. There's like some type of dissension between the brothers and the younger men and the elders and the apostles. And no, nah, not at all. Not at all. But you got guys that, like I told brothers, you got guys that probably can't even teach their dog to piss outside that want to tell you how the leadership should operate. You know? They want to tell you what the apostle, how it should be done. You know? Can't even get it. You know, just ain't never led a damn thing in their life. Play this.
Believe in things that you say. Believe in things that, like, you know, that's not good. That's not right. GMS, are you against GMS? Let your yay be yay and your nay be nay, and stop causing confusion out here. You're confusing me. You even seducing brothers into believing things that you say, believing things that like, you know, that's not good. That's not right, man. And I got upset because you almost had me going off, man. You know, questioning if I should join the Indianapolis camp and shit. And that's not cool, bro. That's not cool, man. Proverbs 16:28. A troublemaker plants seed of strife. Gossip separates the best of friends. You see how that do? In the NLT, man, a troublemaker, Proverbs 16:28. In the NLT, a troublemaker plants seeds of strife. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Gossip separates the best of friends. And that's what you guys are, you just gossiping and gossiping, man. That's not good.
And that's what he's reporting.
Proverbs 17:4 NLT. Wrongdoers eagerly listen.
He's reporting that they be in these WhatsApp groups gossiping, talking down. Something that we already knew it was going on. But he was in one of those chats. Now we had got wind of this some years back. So it's not like we didn't know. Because you had people that was in some other chats that reported to brothers that, yeah, man, they be in his chats, they be talking about you, they be talking about him, they be doing this, doing that, man. So yeah, we wasn't really feeling it. So you know, we know, and we know that's going on. But for younger men that are out there, they started preaching, they never really got amalgamated into the camp, and a call is going out to come under order. Just be humble, check in, do what you need to do. Stop playing around, take some initiative, be a man, and get in order, man. For you other guys that have some type of ego-driven pride issue, like Elder Manakta Zagba said, this guy said, I'm not going to join GM. No, you're not in. No. You were never going to get in anyway. So, you know, no one was No one's begging you. And if it went out that way from one of the heads of the camps, it would have been swiftly corrected. Okay, point blank, period. All right, so I'm gonna play this a little bit.
To gossip, liars pay close attention to slander, and maybe a lot of those dudes in that group are they just have itching ears. They just want to hear something different, hear something that goes against GMS. But a lot of
and that's scriptural, so it's no biggie. It's no biggie. All right. So in Galatians 2:4 it says, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Hamashiach Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage, to whom we gave place by subjection, no, not for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. Now, you're going to have people that come in and out, and they have their own agendas, and they have this going on. That's going to happen. And I admonish or exhort brothers to not worry about that as far as how you moving forward with your work. When you're planting and you're growing, you're going to have bad fruit that's going to happen, man. You fix the situation, pull out the weeds, and keep on planting. All right, until Yahushua says that's enough. A part of growth is dealing with weeds. A part of growth is dealing with bad fruit or bad crop. We had a whole group of people who had got on the officer level within the camp at one point. I want them to remember the year. I want to say this is 2015, 2016, where there was a group of 6 or 7 officers that they're not here no more. And these are not. This wasn't like newcomers that people that people who just kind of start learning and then they just quit. These are people that had been in our houses that we had developed bonds with. Shared secrets with, or whatever. We all went through stuff in life together, and then they just up and say, I'm out. That is going to happen. That it's a part of the process. If you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you will be all right. So we're not worried about that. We're just operating and making sure that we're conducting ourselves orderly. And this whole affiliate camp nonsense is disorderly. It leads to a bunch of just what we're seeing. Gossipy, backbiting, BS. And now they coming up to the camp saying Shalom, but they're pieces of shit. Doo-doo. So was there more on this?
A few of them, they probably, I'm sure there's guys that are probably going to leave that group, man. I guarantee it. Proverbs 29 and 19. A gossip goes around telling secrets, so don't hang around with chatterers. So I had to withdraw myself from you, man. So this is just it's been heavy on my mind. And
yeah, so that was a mature thing for him to do, and we'll see what happens with that. But being a part of that can it definitely can corrupt your mind, man. Talk and speech and listening to nonsense all day from people that don't know what the hell they talking about or doing, it'll mess you up. Okay, the brother GMS the Bar Kabash put Jeremiah 9:4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And so that's why the scriptures talk about proving someone first. And like the brother said in the first video, GMS is a vetting camp. You will be vetted, right? It's a difference. There's a difference between the college level and the professional level. The college level, they come out and they recruit you. You're being recruited. In the professional level, you got to go to the combine and prove yourself to get in the professional ranks. That's where we're at with it. Okay, you might get scouted and say, "Oh man, it seems like you got the talent to play in the league. Now you should go. Now you got to go up to the combine, and prove yourself." That's what happens in the big leagues. Okay, Great Millstone is the big leagues. This ain't where we just recruiting people like one of these other little Israelite groups, and we passing out pamphlets, and anybody that want to come can come, and you know, community Israelite BS, man. Are you dedicated to this ministry or not? Okay, that's what we're finding out, and this is not complicated. And anybody that's trying to make it complicated, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. This is not complicated at all. Okay. This is Jude chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before old ordained to this condemnation." This is what they were going to do. "Ungodly men turning the grace of our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord power and our Lord Yahweh HaMashiach." Right? So there's going to be whole ass niggas that come around. I mean, you're going to have to deal with it. And that's why the scriptures, the letters, deal with these situations so many, because that's what was happening within the churches. They had to deal with these things. You can't run from it. You just got to deal with it. And that's what the apostles expect us to do through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's what we will do. Okay?
And you'll find out who that is eventually. It's going to come out. Right? Have other guys saying, that's the reason why I didn't want to join GMS because of this, because that's on you, man.
Boom.
And mercy from the Lord said, open the doors and let certain brothers come in. And we don't know what the Lord going to do. It had to be done this way. So that those who are not really with us, we would know in the spirit, because we're not going to support you. If you ain't really with us, we're going to know to stay away from that guy. Watch out for this individual. This person right here might be full of shit. This guy right here been talking all long time, been saying how he wanted to be affiliated. I wanted to be joined. Now we can see that he doesn't. It's for particular reasons.
Boom. The Most High is just sweeping up, tightening things up. That's all that's happening right now. That's all that's happening right now. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's terrific. Okay? These things must needs be done. All right. So this is a part of the building of the churches. And this is why all these scriptures are being read. Why? Because it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process. Let's see. Oh yeah. Malachi 3:18. Let's see what else. I see something else. Read this one first. Rabban Shalom. It says Proverbs 9:8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. All right. And this admonishment and rebuke that's going out. Hey, it's going to reveal the intentions of men's hearts. Where are they at with this thing? Are they down? Do they believe the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dealing here? Or are they not? Or they need their own agenda and what they want to do to be at the forefront. That's what's going to happen. Okay, now GMS version 9 on Straight Gate put Malachi 3:18. Shalom Mark. It says, "Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not." You got people that serve their own belly, and their own belly could be some guys just want to feel like they're a part of something, need a friend, and some guys, but the brevity, the weight, the seriousness of what this is about, they really don't know or want to know, and that's fine. That's fine. You can go and join ISUBK, right? Or just go do your own thing, whichever. Amos 9:9, "For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel from among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." Right? So this is just another sifting process. That's all. And for you heads of camps, man, just take care of it. Do your best. You might have officers in your camps that you put over the matter to deal with brothers that have kind of been on the outside, and put them into a line of communication where they can operate, and eventually put GMS on there so we can know and identify the churches that are among the states and international. Okay, and then we can move with orderly operation. That way, things happen, somebody needs something, so if something goes down, it can be, taken care of. All right, but that's gonna take humility. That's gonna take maturity. It's gonna take assertiveness. Okay, things have to play out. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and we'll wrap it up.
Now I'm going to read real quick. Let's go to Isaiah. And like I said, this is not going to be very long at all. This is from my old Raggedy Bible. Now, before I read this, people see the condition of this Bible.
That Bible still cut your ass up, though, won't it? I'm going to skip ahead, man. He basically, people sending them Bibles, and he like, I like this Bible. Leave me alone. I got Bibles. This is the one I want for my car. Use that Bible, brother. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, because I think he makes one more point that I want to flesh out.
That's for the elect. When the famine of the word comes,
okay, that's it.
And he shall be for a sanctuary. The sanctuary is, it says, that's 13. Sanctify the Lord of hosts. I believe it's verse 11.
You see the verse?
I can't even see what verse it is. Okay. Isaiah 8 verse. I can't even see what verse it is. I believe it's verse 11. It says, that's 13. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. And he shall be for a sanctuary. The sanctuary is a safe place. That's for the elect. When the famine of the word comes, when tribulation comes, when Jacob's trouble comes, you are going to want to be associated with a group, right? You're going to want to be associated with the group, with the men of the Lord. That's who you're going to want to be associated with, because contrary to popular belief, a lot of you people out there really don't understand the Bible. And I'm talking about some men that go on the highways and teach.
This is the point that he's making there, and this is going to be my final point, because it's a big point. People really don't understand. It takes a while, actually, to start to really understand. It's more than just learning the scriptures, going out there and breaking the scriptures down on the highways and byways. Something is being built intentionally right now, and the Most High wanted us to do it. Okay? And so the operations and the people look at it as, oh, that's not. No. That's a part of the ministry as well, man. This unifying under the doctrine and coming into the order of things is a part of the doctrine. We literally are reading about it. It's not just, oh, I saw the apostles on YouTube, and I'm gonna go out and preach, and DTA. Now, if you want to do that, fine. But there's more to it that's going on. A lot more, actually. If you have a mature mind to receive it. Okay? This is a simple thing. But it takes humility, intentionality, assertiveness. Yeah, you have to get rid of all that pride. Okay?
You may have your own camp. You really haven't digested what this is about and what's about to happen. When things get shut down, you're going to want to know where to go, what to do, this, that, and the other, right? All the things about doctrine and you and your break.
And this is another thing guys think. They think that winging it is the spirit. Why would you do the spirit, man? I'm just going to wing it. Winging it is not the spirit. That don't mean you being spiritual just because you're winging it. And you just no orderly, you just whatever. We're just gonna wing it. It'll come together. The Lord got it. You tempt the Heavenly Father when you do that sometimes. Scriptures talk about being prudent and looking well into your goings. Somebody can put that on the comment boards, into the chat, Baba Kusha. Just winging it and just haphazardly doing stuff and thinking you got it is not, that don't mean you being spiritual. Jake got that confused as well.
Now, you and your skills and how good you can read and how you don't need nobody, all that stuff, really the doctrinal stuff is going to be put aside other than the understanding. It's going to be within you. So all that stuff about you and your qualities and how you feel and what you don't want to do, it's going to be null and void. Only thing you're going to want to know is, what do I do next? So the mercy of the Lord said, hey, open doors, bring in certain individuals, because those are going to be some of the right now, the hopefully elect, and they will potentially be members of the elect. That don't mean that if you ain't in GMS, you ain't of the elect. However, we talk about when Jacob's trouble comes, when the famine of the word hits, everybody, certain secrets gonna be given, certain locations. Go here, do this.
Certain, and that part is not necessarily fleshed out and written. We're gonna have to live through that. That's when the book, we walk in the book. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to that part first. But we're assembling ourselves here for a reason, for a purpose. And the Most High is putting brothers together for a reason and a purpose. And it's the Spirit of the Heavenly Father that this assembly is happening. So what he's saying is poignant. And it's like Jake doesn't see that. Do you think we just gonna be on YouTube talking shit forever? No. There's more to it. There's more to this thing. Okay? There's a culture, there's a way of life that's established amongst the brotherhood. Okay? Shining the gospel endurance is key. Put Acts 8:30, and Philip ran thither to him and heard him read prophet Isaiah and said, understand what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. Men are sent to establish things through the Spirit. Men are sent to teach. And there's different levels of teaching. A lot of the teaching brothers can get from watching the videos. Then there's some teaching that you can't. You got to experience and be worked with to understand. Learning how to be a man in this thing. Actually learning a heart of charity that you need. A lot of that comes with being with brothers, man. Right? GMS in his likeness put Romans 6:17, I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. And a part of that marking is if people are unruly, disorderly. Okay? Verse 18 says, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good works and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. So because Jake can be simple, right? It's very important that that's been given the responsibility to lead, take care of the flock to the best of our ability, right? And be mindful. GMS feed the flock, the water, Proverbs 14:15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well into his goings. This is important. This is important, man. Okay? All these things are needful. Okay? All right, brothers. Going in with the scriptures, the water. Play this last part and then we'll wrap it up.
We believe through the Spirit. So if you ain't part of the body, you ain't gonna receive those. You're not gonna receive that. That's just mercy from the Lord. So those that can receive it, receive it. Those who think you're better off just by yourself, the new word, individualite. Okay, cool, no problem. But don't think that we need you. We got to the mass awakening. All these millions of Israelites you see waking up. The fact that Israel is exploding, the Israelites, 12 tribes exploding in the earth, that had nothing to do with you and your new self. We was doing that before you came along. And a lot of you haven't been proven, you haven't been tested, you haven't been tried. A lot of you gonna fall out before this is all over with. You're gonna quit teaching. And I'm discovering too, a lot of guys don't want to be in order because they can disappear for a month, not do videos. I'm thinking of this one guy, love to come on the live streams, post all these scriptures and all these salutations. And you go to this page,
and certain guys, they might not be doing their videos like that, but it's because they really are still in the level of being a follower. Some of these guys don't need to be teaching like that. They need to be trained up and taught. So in certain cases, it's a good thing that they're not putting out that much, because really they're probably not on the level to be teaching, and they need the structure of a camp and leadership and brothers to help teach them, just like the brother had posted that one scripture, all right, in Acts. So it's two sides to that. There's two sides to that. Some guys, they're not producing a lot of work because they lazy and they just really are barbershop Israelites. But then some guys need the structure of a camp to grow thereby. Then you'll see their production come along. So that's something that has to be discerned. And that's why communication, I'm really looking to see if a brother is humble. I'm really looking to see if a brother is sincere. I'm really looking to see, does a brother have integrity? Does he have a heart of charity? Which communication comes with a heart of charity. Okay? These type of things that are more intangible is what's being looked at to say if a brother is more serious about this thing and saying, hey, okay, well then, hey, this is how we're going to move. We have class sessions on these days. We need you to be a part of class. The class is at this time. Boom, boom, boom. Whether you coming in via some type of, maybe you come in on StreamYard, maybe you come in on Google, whatever it is. Brothers will figure it out as they go with whichever camp that they report to. But all of these things need to be done, and that operation, I'm not going to go into all of that. It'll be taken care of. So, with all that being said, I just wanted to reiterate the title, Double Honor or Double Agent. Which one are you, man? We're going to find out and we're going to see. You got guys that are out there that are really double agents, playing both sides of the fence, double-minded, and they're not down for this thing. And they're going to get rooted and weeded out. This is nothing but cutting grass right now. It's just needed that we go. Apostle Tahar said, go cut the grass. And so we're outside as sons cutting the grass. And what happens? You find snakes and bugs and critters. So bushes need to be pruned. We need to get the weed whacker out. Okay? All right? So that's all that's happening. This is not complicated. It's not. Either you're down or you're not. People who are down, this is how we rock. People who are not down, all right, we're not dealing with you. Go figure it out. That's what you want to do. All right, with that being said, man, I'm going to say, Call halal Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutation to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, sincerity and truth, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. Shalom.